Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to put together a little bit of a little video specifically for a couple of my clients, but it's also good for any of you who are experiencing some hip issues that is being caused by tight inner thighs or tight outer calves, creating like improper muscle recruitment, also known as compensations. So you end up limping, and because of the compensation, you end up actually in pain and possibly even injured. So we're going to try to avoid that, get you out of pain, and I'm going to be using the Theracane, a yoga strap, the foam roller that I love so much, and then I'll show you something that you can do on the bench as well, along with lengthening and stretching your inner thighs and your outer calves. What you would normally need to do would be to strengthen your outer thigh and your inner calf. So I will show you one of the exercises for strengthening your inner calf. As far as strengthening your outer thighs, one of the best exercises that I love to have people do, because it's also easy on the knees, you're not working the joint, is a wall sit. Real simple, don't need any equipment. You just sit up against the wall, have your legs at a 90-degree angle if you can get that low. No pressure on, I don't want any stress on the knees. Make sure your feet are out far enough so that you're at a 90-degree angle and your knees are staying behind your toes. And just hold that position as long as you can. Then come up and take a little break and do 3 repetitions of that. So that'll definitely help strengthen your legs. So anyway, we'll get started. First, I always like to start with the foam roller. Kind of get things lengthened the best that way. And when you'll be foam rolling your glutes as well, your glutes and your outer thigh. When you're doing your glutes and you need to cross your leg over the other leg, if you can't get your leg up, the best thing to do is stretch your inner thigh first, because it might be the fact that it's tight that is inhibiting you from being able to cross your leg. So you're going to put the foam roller at an angle, and then you're just going to lay on it like so. Try to get back far enough so you can see me. Get nice and comfy here. Your leg is over the foam roller. You can go all the way up into the groin area or all the way down to your knee. Find the spot that's tender and hang out for about 20 to 30 seconds. And here come my helpers. If you have more than one spot, you just move it along. Hold it for 20 to 30 seconds again. I apologize for the dogs. They just like to help demonstrate. Okay, so you would use the foam roller on your inner thighs on both legs. And then if you've seen my other videos, you've seen this one before, but to do your glutes, you're going to sit on it. If you're on the left side, your right knee is at a 90-degree angle. Left leg comes over. Find that tender spot, hang out 20 to 30 seconds. I'm going to do that on both sides, and of course if you find more than one spot, you're going to just roll to that spot, hang out for another 20 to 30 seconds. Sometimes I spend close to an hour foam rolling just to gain the most benefits and foam roll everything. Okay, so then there is the yoga strap, and this is a good way to stretch out your inner thigh. Dakota thinks I'm playing. So you're going to lay flat on the floor, one leg out straight. Strap goes over the ball of your foot if you don't have any shoes on. If you have shoes on, you can put it on the arch. Flex that foot, and then pull your leg in towards you. This is stretching the back of your leg, all your hamstrings in here. You're flexing your foot, pushing your heel towards the ceiling. You may feel the stretch all the way down your calf. And then to stretch your outer thigh, you're going to drop that leg, keep pushing that heel away, And you can even pull your leg up towards your head a little bit. Get a really good stretch in that inner thigh. Here again, you're going to do that on both legs. Then the theracane. Going to be working on the inner thigh again. You're going to take the one end, the ball here. Find this is actual trigger point therapy. So you're going to find a knot, real tender spot. Put that ball on the tender spot and just apply a little bit of pressure. It may not take much pressure at all. And hang out there for about 30 seconds. A little bit longer if you want to. It doesn't hurt to go a little bit longer. And then just move it till you find another spot. Do that all the way up and down your inner thigh. You can do it on your calf. Do the same thing. See if you have any tight spots on your calf. To do the outer calf, you're going to take the side that has the two ends here. Place the ball on a tender spot on each side. And then you're going to just press against it, kind of like you're doing, I don't know if you've heard of clams, where you lay on your side and you're just pushing out. Usually you have a band wrapped around your knees. Okay, well this is down by your calves on your outer thigh, or outer calves, and just applying a little bit of pressure. Maybe move it down a little bit, see if you find another spot. There's also a trigger point therapy tool that's called a stick. And it looks just like a stick. You could take it and just run it up and down your quads. You can run it up and down your inner thigh. You can actually do, if you have a theracane, you can actually do that with a theracane too. It doesn't get quite as deep, but it's still going to do a really good job of lengthening that muscle. Okay, and then another really good stretch for the hip. And for those of you with osteoporosis, you do not want to use a foam roller. You can use a theracane because you're just hitting the trigger points, and it's a lot easier to control, not putting too much pressure on your bones. And you never want to do any trigger point therapy on top of a vein. Okay, so for this one, you're going to lay on your side on a bench, or you could even do this, lay on the side of your bed. This is a great one in the morning when you first wake up. You can also have the yoga strap right next to your bed and do that outer thigh or inner thigh stretch before you ever get out of bed. And then you can just lay on the edge of your bed, drop that top leg over, kind of shift your hips a little bit, just let that leg drop, kind of lean back, feel a really good stretch, cross your glute, cross your hip, maybe even down the outside of your leg, depending on how tight you are. You're a good girl, Dakota. Yeah. She loves to help. Okay. So that takes care of that. For strengthening the inner part of your calf, this actually works better if you have a cable machine, Dakota. Or you can put some weight on your foot. But you're going to have your bottom leg out, and then you're just going to lift your foot up. You're using these muscles right in here to pull that foot up. You can do 10 on each leg and then repeat for 3 sets. So those are just some of the things that you can do when you have hip issues and the tight inner thighs and tight outer calves. And one of my future videos is actually going to go into more detail about the strengthening exercises so that you can strengthen your muscles evenly and kind of help prevent those improper muscle recruitment. So have a great evening. One thing I forgot to address was the foam rolling of your outer calf when it's tight. So just wanted to demonstrate that real quick. It's actually very simple. You would just put your outer calf on the foam roller, stack your legs. Sometimes this is plenty of pressure. If not, you can lift yourself up, do a side plank at the same time. So not only are you working out the knots in your calf, but you're also working your core. And then hold it for as long as you can. Or 20 to 30 seconds to get that knot out. Move it a little bit, find another one, put a little pressure. That's not enough, you can sit into it, just sit up a little bit, or again, lift yourself up. It all depends on how much pressure you need to really work that knot out. And do that on both sides. We'll get y'all fixed up.